on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Sharks got it left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Green with a catch left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Virgil Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a set.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Give it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Deadling to throw it, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll throw it here. Edling, he's going to go for a big play. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And caught, right side, Green. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup after the penalty. 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Back to throw Etlich. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's Hetling to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Flex round! Flex round!
Etling. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On third down, that's Lindsey. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Red 38!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
Do you think the hard count got him there?
Yeah.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Flex round!
Now Etling. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. Second down, here's an option right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, look at 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there. and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, now look at 56.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
And it's a fumble. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Sewell Cravens with a pick. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah,
versatility and showing those hands. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Derek Wolfe in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over. Hot.
Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Walker in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They'll set up to throw. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Etling to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ohio!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And caught right side, Green. Oh, he breaks a tackle and he's got... Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A first carry now for Kofradi Muhammad. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll go on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to... And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Back to throw Etling. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got room to run past the 20. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Perry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They still can't get it. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final minute. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of